Xin chào quý vị và các bạn, tôi là Mây Xanh đến từ xe Đời Sống và tôi đang đứng tại một chiếc xe VinFast VF3 và đây là một trong những chiếc xe nằm trong cả một bộ sưu tập VinFast VF3, VF E34, VF7, VF6 và cả VF8, VF9 nữa. Ngày hôm nay sẽ là một video rất là đặc biệt, chúng ta sẽ gặp gỡ chủ nhân của tất cả những mẫu xe này, đó chính là Mr. Tom Peng. Hi,
Hello Miss May, how are you?
I'm fine, I'm good. Tom Peng, ông có thể giới thiệu một chút về bản thân mình cũng như là bộ sưu tập của ông ở đây hay không?
My name is Tom Peng and I lived in Vietnam for 13 years. I'm originally from Canada. I was born in Taiwan. I'm not from China. And I love Vietnam. I love this country. And I have 9 VinFast cars.
Tôi rất là hào hứng khi mà được chiêm ngưỡng toàn bộ xe của ông Tom Peng ở đây. Tom Peng, ông có thể cho tôi biết là cái động lực hay là cái động cơ nào mà ông lại chọn xe VinFast để mà sở hữu cả một bộ sưu tập đồ sộ như thế này hay không?
So I remember 2 or 3 years ago,
Yes.
When VinFast announced that they're going to make electric cars, I was so excited because I love electric cars. I think they're great for our future. So I remember putting my reservation down for the first E34 over there, and I drove the car and I loved it. And I made some videos about it, but nobody paid attention. And then I got the VFA. I want to support VinFast because it's a Vietnamese company that's trying to, promote green energy, green cars all over the world. And I want to support that effort. I want to support that endeavor. So I bought my second VF8 and did some reviews, and a lot of people maybe disagree with me. But then, I just fell in love with VinFast more and more. And I bought more cars, and not just for myself, also for my company fleet. And everybody in my company drive VinFast.
Ông có thể cho tôi biết là trong 9 chiếc xe ở đây thì mẫu xe nào mà ông yêu thích nhất hay không và vì sao lại là mẫu xe đó?
It's actually a very difficult decision to make which is my favorite car because they all have their own characteristics. For example, the VF3 is great in Vietnamese traffic because it's so small. Like if I need to go somewhere, small alleyways, I take the VF3. And I love the VF9 because it's so big and luxurious and comfortable. So we use the VF9 to receive guests when they land at the airport. We send the VF9 out, or whenever we need to go far away. Last week, I had to go to Stock Train with my team, 6 people. So VF9 was the perfect choice to make that trip. But let me tell you, my favorite car in the VinFast line is the VF7 because it looks sexy. It's a sexy car and it's got performance. It really drives so well. And when you're behind the wheels, there's so much power. I love this car.
Ông có phải là một trong những người duy nhất sở hữu VinFast VF7 hỏa long độc bản này hay không?
Oh, I believe there's 68 Dragon Forge Edition owners, and I think they are very privileged because I love the Dragon Forge Edition, right? It looks great. It's got the gold emblem. It's black. It just oozes with prestige and luxury.
Ông có thể chia sẻ rằng là cái hành trình sở hữu cái bộ sưu tập này bắt đầu như thế nào hay không? Và ông bảo dưỡng nè, rồi ông có lái hết tất cả các mẫu xe này hay không?
Well, it all started, Miss Mai, it all started with this one, all right? This is the VinFast VF E34, the first VinFast electric car. And when they announced this car, I just knew I had to have it.
I remember you are the first person own this car.
Yes, I was one of the first people in Saigon to own this car. Yeah. And I first went on the road with it, and I really loved it. I loved the idea of electric cars, and this car's been with me for 3 years. And I realized I really want to help VinFast. I really want to promote VinFast because I think they are an aspiring global company. So that's why I continue to buy more VinFast cars, even though it might be stupid, but now I have 9. Oh, maintenance with electric cars is so easy because there's not a whole lot of maintenance. You just take the VinFast cars back to the service center and they take care of you. And I think VinFast has really good service centers and have really good people. And I think there's like 200 service centers around Vietnam right now. So very convenient to get the car serviced. And I have very good experience with that. And I personally use all the cars. I drive all of them. Again, like it depends on the circumstance, the situation. Like I would take the VF3 out if I need to go somewhere, you know, difficult to traverse in Saigon. I will take the VF9 out if I need to if I need to receive important guests.
Tom Peng, ông sở hữu rất là nhiều xe. Ông mua từ VF E34 nè, sau đó là VF8 nè. Vậy thì cái chính sách bán hàng nè, hay là cái ưu đãi thì ông cảm thấy như thế nào? Ông có được ưu đãi nhiều không?
What? Sensitive? No. Let me think. VinFast is very fair to its customers, so we also have to register early. We also have to, you know, get in line. For example, we did not get the VF3 as the first car because we registered late. So VinFast is very fair in that regard. VinFast does not treat us any different. VinFast treat us like a normal customer, and that's the way I like it, because we want to be normal customers and drive the cars like normal customers and be able to review the cars like normal customers.
Điều đó có nghĩa rằng là ông rất là thích cái chính sách mà đặt cọc trước xe nè, và cái điều này nó không có xảy ra ở bất kỳ nơi đâu nếu mà mình muốn mua một chiếc xe.
Okay, yeah, in the beginning, that's the case, and we totally understand because VinFast is a brand new car company, right? And I think depositing for an electric car is a common practice, not just in Vietnam, but across the world for getting your electric car. And I have no problem with that, but I understand that VinFast doesn't do that anymore. So now you can just walk in and buy the car at the store without going through the reservation.
Chúng ta có mẫu xe mà chúng ta yêu thích rồi, vậy thì trong bộ sưu tập này có cái mẫu xe nào mà ông cảm thấy là cần phải cải thiện hay là mình không yêu thích nó lắm hay không?
Well, that's a good question.
And which car?
Yeah, well, no car is perfect, right?
Yes.
No car is perfect. And in fact, when I review these cars in YouTube, I do talk about a lot of the, you know, not so good things about VinFast. You know, how I feel, my perspective, my experience, my point of view, right? But I think some of the things that VinFast can improve are, you know, when they release a new car, there seems to have a lot of errors. Like, even though there's actually nothing wrong, but there's a lot of errors being reported in the dash, in the entertainment console. So I think VinFast could probably improve that. Initially, in the beginning, there's some issues with the battery, but I don't have any battery problems anymore. So I think over the last 3 years of owning 9 VinFast cars, I can tell you this, the VinFast quality has improved by quite a bit. So, for example, VF3, we never had any problems. The VF8, we never had any problems. The VF7, we never had any problems since we received the car. So I have to say the VinFast quality is actually getting better and better and better.
Những cái mẫu xe như thế này thì ông sẽ sử dụng cái chính sách là mua pin hay là thuê pin? Which car?
The first 5 cars release the battery. And then the last 4 cars, we buy the battery. And the reason is actually kind of silly, and that is because every month we have to pay VinFast for the monthly battery leasing fee. It just gets very tiresome, and some people sometimes forget, and then we get stuck at the charging station. So we just decided, you know, just make life easier. We just buy the battery, right? So yeah, we have 6 cars that are on lease plan, and also 4 cars where we buy the battery. And I think life is easier with the 4 cars not having to pay the monthly fee.
Yeah, tôi cũng rất là hiểu điều đó, bởi vì có lẽ là những khách hàng của VinFast cũng bắt đầu nhận ra cái việc là mua pin thì chắc là nó sẽ thuận lợi hơn á. Mẫu xe VinFast VF3 này thì đã có rất là nhiều phiên bản đặc biệt được chúng tôi thực hiện những cái video rất là hay về những phiên bản, ví dụ như là Defender nè, thì các bạn có thể tìm xem trên kênh của chúng tôi. Còn ở đây là một VinFast VF3 màu hồng rất là dễ thương luôn. Tom Peng, anh có thể cho chúng tôi biết rằng là bây giờ thì cũng đã rất nhiều người muốn sở hữu một chiếc xe đầu tiên rồi. Vậy thì ông có cái lời khuyên gì cho khách hàng để mà bắt đầu sở hữu những chiếc xe giống nhau hay không?
I mean, you cannot go wrong with the VF3 because it's very affordable, that's one. And 2, it's small, right? So easy for beginners. If you're beginning driving, you just got the license, I think the VF3 makes a really good choice. And also, it has 140 kilometers range that I tested. Maybe other people can get longer range, but it's definitely adequate for travel in the city. So, and it's got enough power to get around Saigon. So I would say this is the perfect car. If you're a beginning driver in Vietnam and you want to get into car ownership and drive a real car, this is the one. This is the one. And then you can customize it. You can make it look any way you want. And I think that's really a good choice.
Tom Peng,
yeah.
có 2 chiếc xe VF8 vậy thì
I have 2 VF8, yeah.
Tại sao ông lại sở hữu thêm vậy?
Well, the difference between that one and this one is this is the VF8 Lux, the Dragon Forge edition, because it's got the gold trim and the gold B, right? I like this one. The old VF8 we got is one of the first VinFast VF8 ever released. And this one has better range because it's got a new battery. It's got an LFP battery. We tested it and we were able to get 400 kilometers on a fully charged battery. Other people can probably get more than I. But if you want a car that can travel long distances, not worry about having to go to the charge station, this is the best option right now. And not only that, the performance is exceptional. 5.5 seconds to 100 kilometers per hour. I mean, this car drives, it goes fast.
Và một cái câu hỏi cuối cùng trước khi mà chúng ta kết thúc cái buổi phỏng vấn ngày hôm nay, là một doanh nhân cũng như là một người có kinh nghiệm về lĩnh vực thương mại điện tử, thì ông có cái lời khuyên hay là một cái dự báo nào về cái tương lai về xe điện tại Việt Nam trong vòng 5 đến 10 năm tới hay không?
Okay, and the reason why I got 2 VF8s is because, well, we do need cars for our company, and I love the VF8. So it makes sense to add one more VF8 to our fleet. Well, I think we can talk about Vietnam first. VinFast definitely have a dominating position in electric vehicles, and I think they have the infrastructure for charging. So they definitely have a huge advantage over all the Chinese EVs that are coming in, like the BYD, like the Lynk & Co, like the Wuling, right? They're all coming in. I don't think that's a bad thing because more electric cars in Vietnam means more competition. More competition means that VinFast will build better products that are more competitive, and they can dominate the globe because they will release competitive products across the world. So I'm very bullish. I'm very optimistic about VinFast in Vietnam. I understand that the global market is a little bit more difficult. The US market is very competitive. There are some really good products out there. But I believe the VinFast spirit. They continue to iterate and improve on their products so that it gets better and better and better. And it will eventually become very competitive. And Mr. Vuong is a very smart man. I love Mr. Vuong. Did I tell you I love Mr. Vuong? Right? Because not only is he looking at US and Europe, he's also looking at Asian region. He's looking at other markets. He's not putting all his eggs in one basket. And you know why I think Mr. Vuong is going to be very successful? Because he has no backup plan. And he said this himself, that he's gonna do this until the money runs out. So meaning that he's all in. He's all in, and he's gonna make sure this is successful because there's no other choice. So it's that spirit and that behind Mr. Vuong and his leadership, I think VinFast is gonna be a very, very successful company. I would buy some VinFast stock.
Cảm ơn Tom Peng rất là nhiều vì đã tham dự trong cái video ngày hôm nay. Quý vị và các bạn đã vừa xem xong video. Nếu mà quý vị và các bạn yêu thích cũng như là muốn xem những cái video khác thì hãy like, share, comment và cũng đừng quên follow Xe Đời Sống để theo dõi thêm các video khác cùng Mây Xanh nhé. Bye bye!